I want to speak to the memory of my aunt who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab. I was speaking about my aunt. I was speaking about Zohran, my father's cousin. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt and for the takeaway from my more than 10-minute address about Islamophobia in this race and in this city to be the question of my aunt. I was speaking about Zohran, my father's cousin.
Okay, you get that? See that? Already the flip-flop? That was communist socialist Zohran Mamdani flip-flopping on his story where he first claimed his aunt was afraid to ride the New York City subway wearing her hijab after 9/11. Now he says it was his distant cousin, his father's cousin, who's now deceased. Let's welcome back to the show Fox News legal analyst and author Gregg Jarrett. Gregg, it's great to see you again. What's your reaction to Mamdani's fishy story about his aunt as a victim of 9/11 and now it's actually his father's cousin?
Well, I think it's made up. It doesn't make any sense. But beyond that, I think, Liz, voters should find his moral equivalency deeply offensive. He doesn't seem to care that 3,000 people were murdered on 9/11, only that his supposed aunt got some dirty looks for wearing a hijab. I mean, his comparison is really grotesque, and so is the photo of him yucking it up with the imam, who was an unindicted co-conspirator in the 93 World Trade Center bombing, and also disgusting are the videos of him condemning police as racist, blaming Israel for everything, ugly anti-Semitic rants. Then he tries to cover it up or rationalize it. And this is a guy who espouses hatred, but he does it with a veneer of very clever rhetoric. He's slick, he's polished.
Yeah,
it strikes me as another con job.
So you take away the face, you take away the voice, just read the words. When you read the words, it's stark.
Yeah.
And it's really disturbing. So is he now the new face of the now Socialist Party? Because that's what the Democrats are turning into. Because watch this. New York Governor Kathy Hochul now says she will not support and try to stop Mamdani's push to raise taxes to pay for his free everything agenda. Hochul is saying it's going to crush the middle class and workers. Watch this.
No, I would say one energetic rally does not get me to change my positions, I assure you. But I do hear people's voices. I process what everybody says, but I'm also have to balance governing this state and making sure that those people who are actually the reason we have a generous, supportive budget that helps lift people up, it's their revenues that we tax. 1.5% of New Yorkers cover about a third of our budget. That's enormous. I'm concerned about outmigration of people who are the ones who are supporting our budget. I cannot make up for that with middle class tax increases. I cannot do that to the middle class and the struggling New Yorkers. So this is the balance. I mean, this is my position.
Did you hear that data point? The upper 1.5% pay for a third of New York's budget. And he's going to chase them away with tax hikes because now you got the Washington Post reporting Democrats like New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer saying they don't like Mamdani, they don't like his extremist views. They're running away from him. They're scared they're going to lose in next year's midterms because of him. What do you think?
Well, when a politician says, I won't raise taxes, it probably means the taxes will, in fact, be raised. Her problem is all the promises made by Mamdani, promising free everything, free buses, healthcare, daycare, cheap groceries. It's an age-old tactic that appeals to greedy people who don't care that the cost is unaffordable, a recipe for bankruptcy. Increasing taxes only works for a while until the money's gone or people flee. The inevitable collapse follows. Socialism is like a Ponzi scheme. Unfortunately, voters are ignorant.
Got it. Gregg Jarrett, thank you so much.